Hi everyone, and welcome to Medicine for the Soul Yoga. My name is Sara, and I will be guiding us through an exploration of our sacral chakra. We'll be finding a lot of spaciousness and opening within our hips today. And if you have a block or any objects, household objects that are like a yoga block, please feel free to take just one or two and bring them to your mat right now. Go ahead and take some time to arrive and get settled, and let's begin. So we'll begin today's practice on your back. So just gently make your way to an easy seated position. Go ahead and send your back all the way down to the mat. And then just placing both hands on your lower belly here around where your lower sacrum would be, towards your womb area. And just sinking into the sensation of palm on body part, of the warmth here of body part on body part. And then as you inhale, draw your right knee into your chest. Your left knee is bent. Your left sole of your foot remains on the mat. And then go ahead and just place your right ankle on your left knee. Coming into a figure four here. As you inhale, go ahead and reach both knees into your chest. And then maybe you take your hands in a clasp behind your thigh, or maybe you come all the way to the front of your shin here. Deepening into your stretch. Keeping your tailbone to the mat, even as you lift both legs off the mat. And keeping both feet flexed here to protect your knee. Maybe you start to gently rock back and forth. Really gentle motion here as we just start to find some warmth and opening in our hip flexors. Finding some spaciousness and expansion in this body part. And then as you exhale, go ahead and drop your left sole of your foot back to the mat. Release your right leg to the mat. And then inhale, left knee comes into your chest. Go ahead again and place your left ankle over your right knee. And then inhale to draw your right knee into your chest. Again, maybe you clasp your hands behind your hamstring. Maybe you draw it all the way to the front of your shin here. Just drawing both knees a little bit deeper into your chest, feeling into the stretch here, opening through your. And then again, maybe you start to gently rock from side to side. Keeping both feet flexed here. Shoulders remain to the mat. Tailbone remains on the mat. Lifting as you anchor down. Couple more rounds of breath here, just some gentle early movements. And being really conscious of how your body feels here. No need to force anything or tug. We're working here on actually softening through the parts that tend to harden. Go ahead and release your right foot back to the mat. Lift your left ankle off of your right knee and place your left foot to the mat. And then from here, go ahead and draw both knees into your chest. Then we're just going to rock back and forth along our spine. So warming up our spines a little bit here in these early moments of this practice. And then eventually maybe you roll all the way into tabletop position. Getting there however you need to. And then from here in your tabletop, go ahead and spread your fingers really wide. Stack your shoulders on top of wrists, hips on top of your knees. Pressing into the mat with the tops of your feet. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your chest, tuck your toes for cow pose. As you exhale, round through your spine, untuck your toes, look towards your knees, chin to chest here for cat. Inhale again, drop your belly for cow. Few more rounds like this, and then exhale to round your spine for cat. One more round like that. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow. And then exhale, round your spine, come into cat pose. From here, inhale back to a neutral spine. And then pressing into your left knee, inhale, right leg lifts high. So we're going to come into a right leg lift here. Your knee is bent 90 degrees. The sole of your foot is pressing high towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, go ahead and open up your knee towards the right side. So we're coming into fire hydrant pose. I'll turn towards the camera so you can see a little bit easier here. So your thigh bone is parallel to the earth, to the mat. Again, your knee is out directly towards the right side. Your foot remains flexed. Toes are reaching towards the wall next to you. And then as you inhale, see if you can lift your knee a little bit higher. Pressing into both palms here, staying really lifted through your shoulders and your chest. One more inhale to lift ever so slightly higher. And then as you exhale, go ahead and send your leg all the way back behind you. Again, lift through that leg lift. And then as you exhale, knee to chest, press the mat forward, step your foot between your palms, and then inhale, rise up for Anjaneyasana. Press your pelvis forward, lift your heart on your inhale, and then as you exhale, plant your palms, tuck your back toe, send your hips all the way back for half Hanuman. As you inhale, chest comes forward, lengthen through your spine, and then as you exhale, fold over your leg. 1 round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, press forward, bend your front knee, plant your palms, and then step back into tabletop position. From here, inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow pose, and then exhale, round your spine for cat. Inhale, neutral spine here. And then as you inhale, lift your left leg high, again, bending your knee at 90 degrees, flexing through your foot as if you could high five the ceiling. And then as you exhale, go ahead and open up your hip towards the left side here. So knee comes out to the left, thigh bone parallel to the earth beneath you. And then as you inhale, see if you can lift your knee 1 inch higher. Exhale here. 1 more. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale. Inhale, send your leg all the way back and up. Leg lift here. And then as you exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms. Inhale, rise all the way up for Anjaneyasana. Pressing your pelvis forward on the inhale. Exhale, lift your heart a little bit higher. 1 more. Inhale, reaching through your fingertips. And then as you exhale, plant your palms, send your hips all the way back, tucking your back toes for, again, half Hanuman. Inhale to extend the crown of your head forward. Exhale to fold over your left leg. 1 more round of breath here. Inhale, filling your belly, deepening through your breath. And then exhale to sigh it out, really softening here. Just preparing our bodies for some more hip openers. As you inhale, press your hips forward, knee bends, palms to the mat, and then step back into tabletop position. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, and then exhale, round your spine for cat. Excellent work. Go ahead and tuck your toes, send your hips all the way back towards your heels, and then press your hips back and up for downward facing dog. Our first down dog of practice. Maybe you start to walk your dog a little, bending one knee and then the other. Releasing through the back of your neck here. Just really sinking deeply into this pose, feeling into the sensation of your body in this kind of resting posture that still has its own difficulties. From here, as you inhale, heels lift, knees bend, gaze towards the top of the mat, and then slowly walk your hands forward. Go ahead and hang over your legs here, drawing your weight into the balls of your feet here. So rather than sitting back on your heels, go ahead and just press your weight forward so that you're right in the balls of your feet. From here, maybe you take a little ragdoll, bringing opposite hand to opposite elbow. Just rocking a little side to side, releasing through your neck here. Maybe you Bring your neck into this, just rolling forward, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. Gentle movements here. And then go ahead and reverse your ragdoll, bringing the opposite forearm in front. From here, go ahead and release your ragdoll. And then very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll yourself all the way up to stand. When you arrive, inhale, arms reach high, fingertips towards the sky, lifting up and out of your sit bones. And then as you exhale, hands to heart center for one round of breath here. We'll take a moment here to set an intention for today's practice. Just drawing into your heart, into your mind, something that you would like to release. So as we work here with the sacral chakra, the chakra of water, the physical location of our hips, there's a real opportunity to let go, to let things flow through. So just deepening into that intention, connecting there. And then we'll seal our intention with a Surya Namaskar A. So as you inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging at your hips. Inhale to halfway lift your heart. And then exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank, and then exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, press your heart forward, lifting into low cobra. And then as you exhale, sink your heart all the way back down to the mat. From here, tuck your toes, hips come all the way back and up for downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, drive your heels back into the mat, and this time bend your knees really deeply. Go ahead and lengthen through your knees now, coming all the way into your traditional down dog. And then as you inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, open up your hip here, bend your knee. Sort of a similar pose to the fire hydrant we did earlier in practice. Then maybe you take some hip circles here, maybe some knee circles. Maybe you just circle your ankle. Wherever you are, go ahead and reverse that rotation. And then squaring off your hip here, right leg lifts high again. And then as you exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms, and then go ahead and drop your back heel 45 degrees. Inhale to rise up for Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open up for Virabhadrasana 2. And then steadying yourself in this posture, dropping your shoulders away from your ears. Go ahead and inhale to reach forward. Exhale, flip your palm and reverse your warrior. Extending through your right fingertips as your left palm comes down your leg here. And then inhale, lift back to warrior 2. Exhale, lift your back heel up, come into a high lunge here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and cactus your arms and just deepen a little bit into this high lunge. 1 round of breath here, keeping your chest really open, finding a nice stretch through the front of your back thigh. And then as you inhale, extend all the way through. Knee extends, arms extend. Exhale, come back down into that cactus lunge. And then inhale, lift all the way through. 1 more, exhale into your cactus lunge. And then inhale to extend. From here, bend your front knee forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank, and then bring your hips all the way back and up for downward facing dog. We'll do that on the other side here. So as you inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, open up your hip here, bending your knee, keeping your foot flexed as best you can. And then maybe you start to circle your hips, circle your knee. Maybe you circle your ankle. Wherever you are, take that opposite rotation now. Just really feeling into the sensation. You can close your eyes if that helps you deepen. And then inhale, square off your hips. Send your left leg long behind you. And then as you exhale, bring your knee to your chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms, and then back foot comes down 45 degrees. Inhale to rise up for Virabhadrasana 1. And then as you exhale, open up to Warrior 2. Again, softening your shoulders away from your ears, bending into your front knee 90 degrees, making sure that you can see your front toe mound, your big toe mound rather, in front of your knee. And then as you inhale, reach forward, exhale, flip your palm, and reverse your warrior. Reaching through your left fingertips, right palm comes down your right leg. Inhale, Warrior 2. And then as you exhale, flip your back heel up, come into that high lunge. As you exhale, cactus your arms, sink a little bit deeper into this lunge. And then as you inhale, lift all the way through, extending through your front knee. Exhale, cactus lunge. Inhale to extend. Exhale to come back down. Again, inhale to lengthen all the way through. And then as you exhale, bend your front knee, plant your palms, step back into plank, and then inhale, hips come all the way back and up for downward facing dog. 1 round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. From here, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest. Press the mat away, step your foot to the outer edge of your right palm. And then we're setting up for lizard pose here. So you have the option to stay exactly as you are lifted here. If you'd like, you can drop your back knee for a little more support. And then a couple more options here. If you'd like to grab your block, maybe you press down into your forearms using the block for a little bit of support. Or maybe, if this feels okay for you, you let go of the block and come all the way down onto the mat on your forearms. Wherever you are, just take this time to soften into your lizard pose. So this can be a very sensational posture. It can be quite intense. And see if you can just be with the intensity of it. Notice where you might be able to soften your body. Just starting to scan your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw, your neck, your chest, your shoulders. Seeing if you might be able to soften through your stomach, through your thighs, through your hip flexors, through your shins, through your ankles and your toes. Sink here. Deepening through your breath, extending your exhales, slowing your inhales. Just a couple more rounds of breath here, sinking into this posture. And then again, coming back to the intention that you set at the beginning of practice, remembering what it is that has brought you here, possibly what it is that you're ready to let go of. 1 more round of breath here. Inhale to fill your belly. Exhale to sigh it out. Go ahead and press back up onto your palms. And then sending your hips all the way back, we're going to come back into that half Hanuman. So right hand comes to the outside of your right leg. Inhale, crown of your head comes forward. And then exhale to sink a little bit lower into this posture. Inhale, bend your knee, press back to the front of the mat, palms to the mat, and then step your right knee back to meet your left. From here, tuck your toes. Inhale, hips come all the way back and up. And then from here, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, step your foot between your palms. And then again, option to stay here. drawing your left palm to the instep of your left foot. Go ahead and heel toe your left foot out to the left side of the mat. And then if you'd like to stay lifted in your lizard pose, you can keep your back knee off the mat, or you can drop it all the way down. Again, maybe you stay just as you are with palms to the mat, or maybe you come all the way down onto your forearms, either directly to the earth or maybe using a block for a little extra support. Yogi's choice here. Wherever you are, go ahead and close your eyes. Allow your neck to soften here. Maybe you bring a little smile to your face. Even as you kind of live within the intensity of this posture. Notice what your hands are doing here. Are they gripping? Are they clenching? Seems to be our nature, but feel free to just offer a little bit of release there. Let go of any gripping, any tensing, allowing your body to find a little more ease, even within the discomfort. Couple more rounds of breath here, just softening through, sinking into your inhales, drawing out through your exhales. Beautiful work, everybody. Go ahead and press back up onto your palms if you're not there already. And then bringing your left hand to the outside of your left leg. Go ahead and send your hips all the way back, lengthening through your left knee. Toes come off the mat. Inhale to reach the crown of your head forward, and then exhale, fold for half Hanuman here. Inhale, hips come forward, bending through your front knee, toes to the mat, palms down, and then step back into tabletop position. From here, go ahead and tuck your toes, send your hips all the way back and up for downward facing dog. One round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. One more. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, and then step or hop to the top of your mat. From here, inhale to halfway lift your heart. And then exhale to fold. And in this posture, just notice if your toes are gripping the mat. See if you can just lift your toes off the mat to find a little more release in this posture. And then again, pressing your weight forward into the balls of your feet rather than sitting back on your heels. Just noticing how that feels. Fully surrendering into this posture. Another kind of watery sacral chakra sensation. And then as you inhale, gently peel yourself all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms reach high, slowly moving into this posture. And then exhale, hands to heart center, samastitihi. One round of breath here. Inhale. Just finding a moment of stillness, of balance. Exhale, sigh it out. From here, inhale, shift into your left leg. Inhale, right knee comes into your chest. And then as you exhale, step your right leg all the way back behind you. We're coming back into a high lunge. Inhale, inhale, arms reach high. And then as you exhale, open up to warrior two. The back of your foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale, come all the way through your warrior two. As you exhale, come into modified side angle. So elbow to knee here. Inhale, right arm reaches high. And then as you exhale, maybe you drop your left palm in front of your left foot. Again, you can grab your block here if it's helpful, maybe placing it on the highest height, medium height, or the lowest height. So just find a little more support in this posture. Wherever you are, you're not dumping into your shoulder and your palm, but rather you're staying lifted through your torso. You're engaged through your core. Your chest is open to the side here, lifting towards the sky. And you're reaching through your fingertips, even as the crown of your head reaches forward. From here, inhale, lift back to warrior two. And then as you exhale, cartwheel your palms down, step back into plank, and then we'll move through our first vinyasa of practice. As you exhale, halfway bend your elbows. Inhale, press your heart forward for upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, hips come all the way back and up for downward facing dog. One round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, heels lift, knees bend, step or hop to the top of your mat, and then inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And then again, just rock your weight forward so that you're in the balls of your feet. Even as your toes can lift off the mat here, no gripping, just finding as much ease and flow as possible. And then as you inhale again, halfway lift your heart. One last time, exhale here to fold. Inhale, arms reach high, lifting up and out of your sit bones, and then exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. One round of breath here. Just steadying your rhythm of inhales and exhales. And then from here, pressing into your right leg, left knee comes into your chest. And then as you exhale, step your foot all the way back. Inhale, arms reach high for high lunge. And then as you exhale, open up to warrior two. Other side here, as you inhale, reach, reach, reach forward. Exhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior, opening up your hip flexors here. And then as you inhale, reach back through warrior two. Exhale, elbow to knee for a modified side angle. Again, if you'd like to take your block on this side, please place it just in front to the instep of your right foot. And then lifting your chest here, lifting up and out of your torso. Inhale. Exhale here, see if you can swivel your chest open just a little bit further towards the wall next to you. Exhale. Inhale, reach through those fingertips. And then from here, inhale to lift all the way up to warrior two. As you exhale, cartwheel your palms, step back into plank, and then move through your vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. From here, inhale, right leg lifts. And then as you exhale, bend your knee into your chest. And then we're going to come into pigeon pose here. So bring your right ankle to left wrist, and then right knee to right wrist. Go ahead and heel toe your back leg back a little bit further, seeing if we can find a little more spaciousness through our hips. And then coming up onto your fingertips here, so tenting your fingers, go ahead and inhale to lift your chest high, kind of puffing up like a pigeon. And then as you exhale, maybe you fall over your bent knee. We'll be surrendering, releasing here in this posture for about 5 rounds of breath. As always, if you could use some support from a block, maybe placing it under your forehead, maybe placing something, a cushion or a block underneath your hip, please feel free to do that. Whatever will bring you some additional support, allowing you to soften even deeper into this posture. Please keep your right foot flexed here to protect your knee. And if you have any knee injuries, or if you're finding this to be really intense, you can also come to lie on your back. And then coming into that figure 4, where we started practice, you can move into that as well. Demonstrating that here for you now, if that's helpful. If you're in your full pigeon here, Please just use this time to soften into the posture. Steadying your mind on your breath. Deepening your inhales. Extending your exhales. And then again, noticing where there might be any unnecessary gripping. Just inviting yourself to let go of that, to release anything that you do not wish to carry forward. And again, knowing that there can be a lot of intensity in this posture, just being really soft with yourself, allowing these sensations to flow through without getting hooked onto them, without getting caught up, without gripping tensely. One more round of breath. Inhale here. Exhale, sigh it out. From here, gently, gently, gently lift back up onto your palms. And then keeping your right leg bent just as it is, go ahead and gently swing your left leg around and stepping your left foot to the outside of your, just come into a little twist here. As you inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands come through heart center as you twist towards the left side. So right elbow to left knee. Inhale to lift the crown of your head high. And then exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Maybe your gaze comes over your left shoulder. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, gently twist back towards center. And then we'll take a little counter twist here. So just twisting over towards the right side. Inhale to lift back up. And then untwisting your legs here. Go ahead and just make your way into a tabletop position. Excellent work, everybody. We'll do that on the other side. Go ahead and tuck your toes, send your hips all the way back and up. And then as you inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, press the mat away, and then drop your leg to the mat, bringing left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist. And then from here, again, just go ahead and walk your back leg back a little bit further. Pressing up onto your fingertips, tenting your palms here. Inhale to lift your chest up, puffing all the way through. And then as you exhale, fold over your left leg. Deepening through your breath here, again, taking whatever props will be supportive in this posture. Flexing your left foot to protect your left knee. And then just softening, sinking, melting, surrendering into your pigeon pose. We'll be here for a little while. Just working to soothe your nervous system here. Finding the flow in the possible discomfort of this posture. Doing whatever it is your body needs, your self needs, to find a bit of ease here, a bit of softness, a bit of comfort. Releasing any additional tension, any gripping, any pulling, any forcing, and just allowing your mind to rest on your breath. Deepening through your inhales, softening through your exhales. Giving yourself permission to let go. Releasing what is no longer serving you. One more round of breath here. Inhale. And then exhale to empty all the way out. From here, very, very, very gently lift your chest all the way back to seated. And then again, keeping your left leg as it is, go ahead and gently swing your right leg forward, stepping your right foot to the outside of your left knee. Then as you inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then twist towards the right side here. So left elbow to right knee. Inhale to lengthen the crown of your head high. And then exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Gazing past your right shoulder here. One more inhale. Softening where you can. Exhale to twist. And then gently coming back through center. Go ahead and take that counter twist here over to the left side. And then inhale, come back through center. From here, go ahead and extend your legs long in front of you. We're coming into Dandasana or staff pose. So you're rooted through your sit bones here. You're pressing the backs of your thighs, the backs of your calves into the mat. Your feet are flexed. Your toes are reaching towards the ceiling. Your spine is long. And as you inhale, reach your arms high overhead. Exhale, reach forward until eventually you come to fall over your legs. No need to force anything here, just falling exactly where you land and being there. Maybe your hands come to either side of your legs. Maybe they come to your ankles. Maybe they come to the soles of your feet. We'll be here for a couple rounds of breath as you inhale, lengthen forward, and with each exhale, surrender deeply. Again, inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. One more inhale, and then exhale. From here, just slowly start to roll your spine all the way back up to Dandasana, and then planting the soles of your feet to the mat, knees bent in front of you. Inhale, arms reach long in front. And then as you exhale, just gently roll down on the count of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then gently landing on the count of 1. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. And then pressing your tailbone into the mat, go ahead and draw the soles of your feet into your palms. Knees come towards your arm creases for happy baby. Go ahead and rock a little from side to side. One more final or second to final little hip opener here. Maybe you send one leg in the knee, finding a little bit of playfulness here, a little bit of creativity, which chakra kind of exploration. And then bringing the soles of your feet to touch here, knees come wide. Go ahead and gently allow your legs to come all the way down to the mat. So we're in Supta Baddha Konasana here. Go ahead and bring both palms again to your lower belly, your sacral chakra location. Then closing your eyes, just melt back into the sensation of body part to body part. Feeling this nice opening through your hips. A lot of exploration there, a lot of release. Maybe you come back to the intention you set at the beginning of class. And just noticing what has shifted since that moment. Knowing that all of this stretching, all of these postures, all of the movement and the stillness are all in support of your deepest intentions and desires. You're constantly creating what's to come next. From here, you have the option to stay exactly as you are in Supta Baddha Konasana, or if you would like to come into a traditional Shavasana resting pose, go ahead and just gently send your legs long in front of you. taking up as much space as you need here. Drawing your arms to either side, palms are facing towards the sky, receptive formation. And then just sinking your shoulder blades into the mat, sinking your hips into the earth. Using this time again to fully surrender. Receiving all of the benefits of this practice. Melting all of your weight into the earth. Feeling the support beneath you. Breathing deeply. And I invite you to remain in this resting pose, the Shavasana, for as long as it serves you. And when you are ready to move into the next part of your day, please just gently deepen into your breath and start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe you move your head from side to side. And then gently drawing your knees into your chest. Go ahead and take a little rock to the right side. Resting for a moment in fetal position, using your right arm as a pillow, left palm in front of you. And then pressing into your left palm, go ahead and lift your chest high, keeping your eyes closed as best you can. And coming back into an easy seated position. Drawing your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra. We'll seal today's practice with one Om. Inhale. Om. Bowing our heads to our hearts in reverence for this practice and in gratitude for ourselves. Thank you so much for joining. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.